And I'm back with another Front Row Talk episode, the podcast with expensive opinions. It's episode 46. Before I even get into today's episode, make sure y'all subscribe, y'all like, y'all comment this video. Under this video, make sure y'all check the description so y'all can see my Instagram and on TikTok where I post clips of each and every episode I upload. Um, yeah, before I even start with today's episode, make sure I tune into last episode, episode 45, where I talked about personal hygiene. Make sure I tune into that one, the one before that. Just show love and make sure y'all subscribe. But to get into today's episode, as you already could see by the title, of course, um, I feel like it's a crazy episode for those who are tapped into the sports world. Just because of the fact that everything that's been going on. By the time I upload this, you guys know what I'm talking about. And yeah, it's just a lot going on. So I'm gonna definitely, I'm gonna talk about this NBA trade deadline. I'm gonna talk about the Super Bowl a bit. And I'm gonna just give my thoughts on how how I felt about the trade deadline, how it affected my team personally, which team I think probably got the best trades of. Before I even keep going, shout out to LeBron. He became the leading scorer of the NBA all time. That's something else, that adds on to, everything that's been going on in the NBA this week. So shout out to LeBron. Some people who believe he's the GOAT definitely have something, to add on to the debate. I personally saw the game. And yeah, I mean, it's probably something that we won't see somebody break in our lifetime. Definitely gonna be somebody who's not in the NBA right now, most likely. But yeah, definitely shout out to LeBron. Shout out to LeBron fans. Y'all got that one. I respect it. But to go straight into the trade deadline. So the trade deadline ended today. I'm currently recording on Thursday. It ended a couple hours ago. But I feel like it was the craziest trade deadline. And before I even say why, I know people say this each and every year, but I feel like I I feel like everybody agrees with it just because of what if you got social media, if you got Twitter, if you have Instagram, whatever platform you use, you know what's going on. So yeah, for me, I feel like it's the craziest trade deadline just because of the fact of how stacked the West is. So for those who don't know, Kyrie Irving left the Nets, of course. That was a shocker. He ended up going to the Mavs, and the Nets ended up getting Spencer Dinwiddie and Dorian Finney-Smith. Um, but yeah, he's with Luca now, so I feel like that's a great team. I feel like they're still a piece away from probably really being a championship team. But it's definitely an addition, to the Mavs just because, Luca made it to the Western Conference Finals without Kyrie. And, Kyrie is arguably like a top 15 player in the NBA. But, that happened. And then, I feel like everybody was starting to get hype. I feel like this trade deadline definitely brought way more attention into the NBA. Me personally, I was, I've been in tune with the season, but then at the same time, like, it hasn't really caught my attention. But after this trade deadline, I feel like everybody's attention is, in on the NBA. But so yeah, Kyrie became a Mav, and then just last night, I got up, I go use the bathroom, brush my teeth, before heading to bed, and I have like a bunch of text messages and like couple missed calls talking about Kevin Durant is leaving to the Suns. At first, I didn't believe it. I was in denial, um, because it's like first Kyrie, and then I was expecting Kevin Durant to stay in the Nuts, for them to build around him or whatever the case may be. So he left. He became a Sun. First of all, I feel like that's the biggest steal. That's definitely the biggest steal of the trade deadline because the Suns ended up keeping D Book, CP3, and Aiton. They gave away Mikal Bridges, Cam Johnson, Jay Crowder, and 4 first round picks, but it's like I still find it crazy because the Suns definitely had a great addition to their team. I feel like any team that gets Kevin Durant has a great addition to their team. But it's just like there's a good point guard, there's a good shooting guard. So definitely the Suns. Whoever's a real life Suns fan, y'all definitely in a good position. Whoever's a Kevin Durant fan as well. But yeah, like the Nets, I feel like the Nets low key took a L. Even though they have assets, they have pieces, but it's like just not too long ago, you went from like Harden, Kyrie, and Kevin Durant to now, I wouldn't say having nobodies, because there's definitely a couple guys out there that, could give you buckets and all of that. But it's just like, as a franchise, I feel like they didn't deal with it the way they were supposed to. And I feel like a lot of people seen this from a mile away. So I feel like, yeah, that was a shocker. And after that, after Kevin Durant joining the West, like the trade deadline just started going crazy. It was about a minute that teams was letting people go and acquiring people. So me personally, moving on to Golden State. For those who don't know, I'm a Golden State fan. I honestly expected us to do more. We got rid of Wiseman. At first we got for those, I feel like you guys already know, like what was going on. We got rid of Wiseman, but we got Gary Payton the second back. And yeah, I feel like it's a great addition. I have mixed emotions about it, because I feel like we're too small of a team, but then like our defense is probably one of the best. So it's like, going up against teams like Clippers, Suns, Nuggets, the Lakers. I haven't even gotten to the Lakers, but the Lakers, I feel like those are teams that could definitely give us a challenge. But I still believe that we still could go up against any team. Just because of the three that we've been having for the past couple of years. I know there's a lot of Golden State fans that believe that the season is over, but I really like to stay optimistic with things like that. Hopefully everybody's healthy in every team, so it could be a great playoffs. But yeah, so we got rid of Wiseman, then we got Gary Payton, somebody who we won a chip with last season. And I feel like it's just more to the defense. And yeah, I mean, I honestly hope, I wish that, we picked somebody else up. But we did save a lot of money. So it's like two sides of the coin with this one. So like I said, I have mixed emotions. I guess that time will tell if it was a good pick or not. I don't think it was horrible, though. I wouldn't say that, it was a horrible, because, somebody who knows our system. So yeah, the Lakers, moving on to the Lakers. The Lakers got rid of Russell Westbrook, which was a shocker, but not really, because people was people been wanting that to happen, but they definitely already got rid of Russell Westbrook, and they added on D'Angelo Russell, Jerry Vanderbilt, and Malik Beasley. And Russell was sent over to the Jazz, which he may buy out of that and probably become a Clipper. I mean, I don't know. It's still a lot that could go on. I feel like it's still a lot to take in and talk about. But I feel like just off, the additions that the Lakers got, I feel like they got better. I feel like they could now push themselves up in the West and, probably, go for a spot in the play-in, or probably avoid playing. But it's like the West is starting to like have separation record wise, so the seeding is looking kind of iffy, especially for a 13th seed. And I feel like their schedule is the hardest that it is now. But I feel like the West is, I wouldn't say is easier, but teams like the Celtics and teams like Milwaukee, I feel like they have a easier path, I guess you could say, to go to the Western Conference or even the finals, or teams like the 76ers as well. Yeah, it's just a lot going on. I just think that because of so much trade, and then it was just teams like Memphis, adding pieces, Clippers letting go of Reggie Jackson, and getting Plumlee. Just, I feel like, most of the things that I'm saying, y'all already seeing it just because of how viral it is. It's not no secret. I just really wanted to give my opinion on it. But me as a Warriors fan, I'm not fearing no team. If we face a team, we're gonna face them. I feel like we got the experience. But I feel like we definitely could pick up another piece. I feel like we could make it work. I feel like it's a lot of outcomes. I don't want to get to, starting to predict where things is gonna go. But it's teams that definitely don't want to see each other. Especially, I feel like Memphis doesn't want to see, because Memphis definitely don't got the experience, or I feel like the pieces to go up against like teams that I just named. But right now, of course, the Suns are favorite to win the title, which is understandable. Um, and yeah, it's it's a bloodbath in the West. Hopefully, you guys give me your opinion on that. Um, Definitely tell me which one was your favorite move. Which one was the most shocking? Which move that you didn't like? How it affected your team? How you think your team is gonna perform after you guys picked up who you guys picked up? Now moving on to the Super Bowl. I'm gonna give my thoughts for this Super Bowl. I really don't have much to say. It's definitely two great teams going up against each other. Kansas City Chiefs, versus Philadelphia Eagles. If you ask me, I feel like Philly got the better team, but you know Kansas City has the better player in Patty Mahomes. Um, yeah, Super Bowl halftime show with Rihanna. There's a lot going on in the sports industry. Like I feel like I'm not the only one who's just trying to take, you know, everything in at once and, you know, accepting it. But as far as who's gonna win, damn, I don't know. I don't know if I want to leave it up to y'all. Like I said, I would say that, you know, since Kansas City Chiefs have the better player, I feel like if it's a close game, the Chiefs will take it. Um, just because Patrick Mahomes is Patrick Mahomes. Respect to him. Um, but I feel like if Philly goes up early, and they like if they get a high lead, or if they get a, you know, if they're up by 2 touchdowns by halftime or going into third quarter, then I feel like Philly might take it just because of, you know, the offensive power that they have. Like I said, the better team. So I feel like Philly would like, you know, to get that early lead, comfortable lead, which is not really a comfortable lead when you're going against Patrick Mahomes. But if it's a close game, I'll say I got the Chiefs coming out. But if Philly makes separation, I definitely got I'll say I got the Eagles. And the reason why I really don't have a team, like a specific team, is because none of those two teams is my favorite team. But you know, just breaking it down and just seeing it, you know. But definitely, I know you guys probably have a team that you're going for. I personally know people who's going for the Chiefs. I know people who's going for Eagles. It's definitely going to be a great Super Bowl. For like the halftime show is going to be good as well. And yeah, there's a lot going on in the sports industry, sports business. I know I said that like 5 times already, but it's the truth. Yeah, the NBA. I feel like the season's about to just take a whole different turn. Um, some people's favorite teams may not see the past second round. Some people's teams, you know, may win the chip. It's definitely something that we gotta wait and see. I feel like these playoffs in the West, and my focus is on the West because the West is, you know, where it's more stacked. Like I said, I feel like the playoffs in the West is definitely a must watch no matter what. And yeah, I mean, definitely give me your opinion. You know, like I said, on the NBA side of things and NFL. Definitely let me know what you guys think. And yeah, it's your boy ssalcita, and I'm out.